Welcome to Deadball TV, everybody. This is going to be a two-part mini-series covering the group stage at the Asian Cup. This is going to be part one, the biggest surprises from the group stage. I'm joined by Michael Stocks Football and Shauyon. Guys, please go follow them. I will put their social media links in the description of this video, and leave a like on the video if you like these style of collabs. Drop your biggest surprise in the comment and hit subscribe if you like content on YouTube covering Asian football. 24 teams. We had a lot of games so far. There's a lot of surprises. I'm going to intro this one with probably one of my biggest personal things that I did not see coming at this Asian Cup, and that is 2 of the 4 Southeast Asian teams advancing to the knockouts. I did not have that on my bingo card. I thought max 1, but 2, I think massive dub for the region. I don't know if y'all have any thoughts about that.
Who would have been that one then that you would have thought progress?
I was thinking, dude, it kind of sounds dumb looking back, but Malaysia was the team that I was.
You were on the Malaysian hype train. You were drinking the Kool-Aid of Malaysia. That's what you were doing,
dude. I was the conductor, bro. I was driving the train, and we crashed. We crashed immediately after the Jordan game, and we never got back on track. But in the ties, I kind of thought, okay, maybe they have a chance because I didn't rate their group at all, and their group turned out to be kind of dog water. But yeah, 2 out of 4, that is crazy. And I know somebody would be like, Australia is technically Southeast Asian, but Jan, I never count Australia like as part of that region because they don't even participate in like the senior tournament there. But you guys definitely did prediction videos for the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
How many Southeast teams did y'all have?
I think I had 1.
Maybe I want to say
1.
I had 1 as well.
Thailand?
And that was either going to be Vietnam or Thailand. Yeah, it was going to be either one of those.
I said Vietnam were finishing dead. Okay, so you know how Jack got a lot of hate for this India slander? Like, that's the hate I got from the Vietnamese. But the thing is, I was so nice about it. I was just like, your team is really young. There's a lot of potential, but you guys are finishing dead last. The Vietnamese are like, no, you stupid brown person. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, dude, our team is like so good and this and that. And I was like, dude, like, come on, just keep it a buck with yourselves. Like, you guys aren't going anywhere. Like, they didn't even beat Indonesia, bro.
Yeah, dude. I caught strays from the Indonesians after I complimented them. We did a video after the Iraq game, and I was like, man, like they really impressed me, but I don't think they have enough. Like I think they're done at the Asian Cup. And everyone was like, you dumbass, like look at this foreigner. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, I like the team. You just don't have enough pieces right now. I was like, keep Shin Tae-yong. That dude's a stud, but wait till the next Asian Cup. And then of course they beat Vietnam the next game. They're like 0 ball knowledge. And I'm like, bro, have y'all seen Vietnam? Have you seen Vietnam?
Dude, they're bad. And
Dude,
the thing is, too, everyone's like keeps like a lot of people keep sliding in my DMs like, oh, I feel so bad for Maxwell and all that. And I was like, dude, Maxwell, like, I don't know what to tell you. Did he expect them to get out of the group? Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, they would have been lucky to get a point.
Nah,
like expectations were too high.
Nah, but they got quarterfinals at the last Asian Cup, so Vietnam, I think, are in a good situation still. They just need a reboot. That's what I think they kind of need a reality check going to the next Asian Cup.
As part
they probably need him as the manager. Yeah, he probably needs to be. But I'm generally shocked at Thailand. I'm shocked. I know they're probably in a weak group with Oman and Kyrgyzstan, but they kept 0 goals conceded. 0 against
Iran,
against Oman
2019
and
Asian Cup vibes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And all the preparation they had, Ishii only having 1 game. I think it was Japan in a friendly. They got destroyed 5-0. They got murdered. And now to progress out of the group and you're going against Uzbekistan, I think it's a huge dub for Thailand and especially the region. I think this is sort of evidence that the region is really going forward and forward. So Singapore, I need to see something in the next couple of years, please.
Ooh.
Something at least. I know there is like smallest nations, Philippines as well, but Philippines have kind of regressed since 2019. But yeah, it's a huge dub for the region. Let's see what they can do.
Can I ask you guys, bigger dub, Indonesia making it out or Thailand making it out?
Oh no, definitely Indonesia, without a shadow of a doubt. The youngest team.
I would say personally Thailand because I rated Oman highly. I put them as one of my dark horses.
Fair. You know what? I'm gonna go Thailand as well because of the manner in which they advanced. Yeah. But I think it's very cool. I mean, it's a massive dub for both teams. 0 goals conceded. What in God's name?
That's what I'm saying. Iran 2019 Asian Cup vibes. And then it'll all come crashing down. Once
yeah. I was like, wait, what happened 2019? was that the Japan 3-0 beatdown in the semis.
Dude, I hate how you talk about that game because it was a close game till we conceded the first goal. Then we capitulated. I don't want to hear that. Jack's always like, Jack acts like he's like such an Asian novice. Like he knows, like, yeah, dude, when Japan slapped the shit out of Iran and all that, dude, it was a close game. Like we were actually dogging Japan in that game till we conceded. Like Iran did what Iran does best. Like they just capitulated. That's it. It was a close game up to that point. They were going toe to toe. I don't want to hear it, Jack.
Yep, I rate Iran very highly. Michael, why don't you give us one of your big surprises? I love the Iranian team.
Okay,
this is well documented.
Iran are a good team. One of my biggest surprises is definitely Akram Afif. I am shocked at how well he's playing because he was horrendous at the World Cup. I mean, he looked just like an average Qatari player. Yes, this group was very easy. You know,
I was going to say playing devil's advocate, like comparing.
Yeah, obviously you're comparing the quality, but you can just see that he's a level above everybody else in that group. I mean, way above. Like Ali Al-Moez, not the same as 2019, but Akram Afif, he's finding that form from 2019. I think he got 3 goals and 1 assist in the group stage. So if he can play like that, Qatar can make it to the semis. They just need to keep clean sheets. It's all down to Akram Afif. If they don't have Akram Afif, I think they might finish second in that group. I'm not even joking. Like they might have lost to maybe Lebanon, even though Lebanon don't offer anything going forward. But with Akram Afif, this guy is balling out and he's regaining that form after a disastrous World Cup. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree. I would put Afif in top 3 best player of the tournament award. It's got to be Afif, Igangin, and bro, it's got to be Ayman Hussein, right? It's got to be those 3 gentlemen.
Definitely.
Yep. Spot on. Hey, and all I got to say is one of those was my predicted MVP before the tournament started. So prediction god status continues. The South Korean player.
Oh, Igangin? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, did you really call Ayman Hussein? That's wild.
No.
I knew you didn't have that in you. I knew you didn't have it in you.
I wouldn't give an Iraqi that much praise, bro.
Yeah, dude, they've been so good. I had 2 of their guys in the best 11, but great shot with Akram Afif. He's been ridiculous. I think a lot of that is the quality of Group A, which might make a appearance and the biggest disappointments part of this miniseries. But Shauyon, why don't you give us one of your surprises?
Yeah, I think for me, we've kind of mentioned some teams in this tournament that have been surprises that were already on my list, but the one we haven't mentioned is Bahrain, who topped their group over South Korea. Granted, they did get absolutely mollywopped in their first game against South Korea, but you know what? They grinded out 2 wins, 2 1-0ers, and they topped their group. I mean, I didn't even have them. I thought their group was going to be too tough for them. I thought at best it would be a 3rd place finishing team, but the fact that they finished above South Korea and Jordan, who I rated as a 2nd place team, I think that's huge. You know, compared to even though I know Iraq's is more of the granola answer, I think them topping that group. Granted, it sucks because they have to play Japan for finishing first. That's your reward, but it's still good. Like it's still a huge milestone. They can always talk about, do we finished top of an Asian Cup above South Korea?
Yeah, that's actually the first time they've ever topped a group in the Asian Cup, Bahrain. So Pizzi does it again, man. Wins the Copa America with Chile. Is he going to win the Asian Cup with Bahrain? If that happens, Pizzi might be the GOAT manager in international football.
Dude, yep. I mean, we're gonna need to start putting a lot more respect on this man's name because he doesn't get brought up like ever in any international footballing discussions. That would be wild, dude. I think the craziest thing about Bahrain for me, 3 goals scored, 3 allowed, top of the group. Like that's wild.
Hey, consistent.
That's wild. I know. Let's see. Saudi Arabia topped the group. They scored 4. Iraq topped the group with 8. Iran with 7. Australia with 4. Qatar with 5. 3 goals scored. You top the group. Like it's the most Bahrain like campaign that I could have imagined. Is this just not in first place? Like that is definitely ahead of schedule. Do you guys think they have a chance against Japan?
70. I'm giving. Go ahead.
No, sorry, Michael. I didn't mean to cut you off again, but I was gonna say, I mean, like, Japan is they've already shown that they can slip. In my video, I did say that I think we might see Japan. I don't think Japan's winning this tournament. No offense, they're not. It's not gonna happen. But it's because there's too much expectation that they have to like kill everybody. Because everyone know, like, you think Asian Cup, you think Japan, and like it's just like that's never how it works. Like we've seen Asian Cups. Qatar won it, Iraq won it, Yeah, granted, Australia makes some sense, but I'm just saying, like, it's never the obvious pick. Like, it's never the obvious, continuous Asian World Cup qualifiers that qualify for every World Cup. It's always just kind of your ragtag group of Middle Eastern esque teams or Southeast Asian teams. They just do well, or like South Korea gets knocked out early, Japan gets knocked out early, Iran gets knocked out early. It's so random. But to keep it simple, no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have a chance. I think they're going to get mollywopped in this game, but I think Japan might stumble because I think Japan are out for blood a little bit. That Iraq game gave them that taste of what it's like to lose, and now they know they can't lose because if you lose, you're done. So,
Mm-hmm.
long story is I think Japan won't win it. Short story is they will destroy Bahrain, though.
Destroy.
Yeah, I was gonna say 70-30 for Japan when it comes to percentages. But one thing is for sure, that defense for Japan can't keep a clean sheet. I'm gonna talk about one of the disappointments, which is a Japanese player, but Bahrain can do something, man. You cannot sleep on them. You cannot sleep. We have seen so many times in international football that a team that is so talented and maybe isn't playing to the level that they should be in the round of 16, they get a surprise and boom, they're out of the competition. I think Spain is a prime example. They had a really good group stage, I think, in the World Cup. What happened? Out in the round of 16 to Morocco.
Dude, that was
So
2 straight World Cups. That's
at two
2
straight World
straight.
Cups, actually, that's a good point. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
Japan, you got to be prepared for Bahrain because they are not an easy team to play against. They don't want the ball. They're comfortable with how they play, and
Mm-hmm.
And I want to clarify, I want Bahrain to win this game. I
Why?
am a Bahrain supporter.
No,
Dude,
you're a
because
Japan hater,
then
bro.
they would play Iran.
Dude, the way that Iran are looking right now, I'll do my next surprise. The next surprise is not that Iran won the group; it's how good they looked winning the group. I've been extremely impressed by your team, and I'm not having it, bro. I've seen too much of this dialogue about that Hong Kong game, bro. Y'all won the game easily, easily. If your center forward could finish, I forgot his name because I don't know if
Shafriar
he's
Mohalu, the man who shouldn't have even been called up to the national team.
yeah he's terrible.
Yeah, I
That
know
he is a
that. I
terrible
said
footballer.
that. Him and Asadi, they're like the 2 PGPL. That's the domestic league in Iran. They're the 2 PGPL players that I said shouldn't have been called up. And weirdly, they both got. I mean, I can't believe Mohalu started a game. Yeah, I know he was dog water. I agree, but I
He was
disagree with
dog
you. But
water.
you can continue.
But I think of the big favorites in the group stage, you guys look the best, and that surprised me.
Okay, well, yeah, statistically, yes, we did, but I wouldn't
Well,
count as a
performance-wise as well.
surprise. Like I kind of this is okay. You said it in videos. Like Iran always do well in groups. They do what they have to do, but when expectations get too tough, I wouldn't say too tough. They have had some big games. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not necessarily when the teams level up too much, but it's when really when the going gets tough, when they're playing against a team that knows how to really play against their deficiencies, like a Japan in the 2019 Asia Cup and England in the 2022 World Cup. That's when they falter.
Mhm.
But I don't.
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't know. I wouldn't count Iran as a surprise. Yes, statistically, they look like the best team from the group stage teams. But going up against Japan, I will say with Zion Suzuki, anything's possible.
Yeah. Well, he probably won't make an appearance on the biggest surprises. It's not the fact that y'all won. It's the fact that Palestine, that game was over 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I will
Um,
say I agree because Palestine ended up being super good.
yeah. Yeah. And you guys murdered them in the first half. Like
Yeah.
it was some of the best Iranian football I've ever seen, genuinely. And then Hong Kong, yeah, you guys were coasting. It was so obvious. And again, if Mr. Trashman could actually put a header in the back of the net, you guys would have won 4-0. Like he was terrible. And then UAE, I know the final score was 2-1. Like we know
No,
the
we
game was not that
that game
close.
did impress me too. I agree with you totally. The UAE game was the one I was like, damn,
Y-
we look
You kind of
good.
bodied them. You kind of bodied them. Like they were they were frazzled. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't really play out against you guys. You creating chance after chance after chance. And last point I'll say about Iran is that you haven't. It's not Korea, where it's like Igang is literally carrying this team. Daremi, I mean, Aswin didn't even start the first game. Daremi's not been amazing. I mean, he didn't score until the UAE game. But you guys are doing it without your two big guns going 100%. Like I would say,
That's true.
They've been at like 70% of expectation. I mean, the Asmun flick-ons, again, in UAE, they both went off. Like, those flick-ons were disgusting. But taking 9 points, beating the crap out of these teams like you guys did without your star boys even on fire, Iran, massive surprise. Any thoughts, Michael?
I just expect this from Iran.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's like I've seen this every Asian Cup. They do well in the group stage, and then when the tough game happens, like 2019 semifinal, 2015, oh, that was the craziest game in Asian Cup history. What happened against Iraq?
God.
But it's just I always expect this with Iran. Maybe like an individual player like Gayedi, I've been impressed by him. Like I expected from Osmut, Taremi, Godos, Jahanbash, and all these guys. Gayedi has really. He's a surprising player. I think he plays his football in UAE, right, Shauyon?
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't even think he deserved a call up. I thought
He's
Mehdi
been really good.
Ghaedi's time with the
really
national
good.
team was done. Once he decided to fuck off to these Middle East nations to get the big bag, like I thought his time was done. But he came here. He's playing well. He's honestly, even though Jack had his mid team of the group stage. No offense, Jack, but it was a mid team.
Bro, that team was fire. That team was fire. We can debate any inclusions. That team.
Mehdi Ghaedi has definitely been Iran's best player, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I think it's him and Salman Qudus. I think they've been the best two players without, and that's a good thing. I like that. That now we have options. Like I think Goli Zadeh looked good in the match against UAE. He literally scored, but his kneecap was like this far offside.
Yeah.
And it's just like I like that we have all these options. So I appreciate that, Jack. I don't think it's a surprise, but the surprise factor is how well Iran's playing without being so reliant on Mehdi and Sardar. I do like that, especially because Sardar's barely played in this tournament. Mehdi has played all 3 games, but he did ghost in 2 of them. So, that's cool. I like that.
Well, I'm partially here to make you feel good. So
thanks, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that. Damn it, do I have anything else to say about Iran? I don't think so. Gayedi, I was not familiar with his game. Am I tripping if I say he's like the Iranian Garib?
Who the hell is
Kind of like
the Saudi player.
Saudi guy? Like similar play style, also stature, like strengths.
Dude, when they were playing in the game against Hong Kong, so Mohalu, Mr. Trashman, was next to Mehdi Ghaedi. Dude, the height difference was crazy.
Wait, how tall is Ghaedi? Isn't he like 5'7", 5'8"?
Dude, I think he's shorter than me.
He looks 5'7".
He looks 5'7". We'll give him that.
5'7". Yeah. Okay. Biggest surprise.
I think his woman's taller than him. I think.
Damn, that's an alpha right there. Jesus Christ. Gaining
like
more
Kevin
respect
Hart
for this man by the minute. Exactly. It's far more athletic.
Why do you think he went to the Middle East to get all the bag? It was obviously, I mean, it actually is literally because she wanted to go shopping at the malls in Dubai and whatnot. But
I remember you bringing this up like a year ago.
Yeah.
That stung deep.
But maybe it worked. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't care where you play as long as you perform for the national team. I mean, I do care where you play because I do think it'd be better if you played in Europe. But if you do what like this, I don't care.
Michael, you got another surprise?
No, I think that's it pretty much for me. I'm just ready to talk disappointments because there's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say was the big one. Because we cover everyone I was going to say was Iraq, Bahrain, Thailand. Those are my 3 like surprises.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to make sure you click on part 2, big disappointments from the Asian group stage. But before that, I'm just going to throw some out there. I'm just going to nominate some people. You tell me if it's a surprise or not. Tajikistan second. Surprise?
A little.
No.
No?
Michael?
No, because I had them last in the group, but I mean, looking at how China, Lebanon were heading into this Asian Cup, I was like, maybe they have a chance. Because usually debutants do well in the Asian Cup. Ask what was the last name? Kyrgyzstan made it to the round of 16 as well last Asian Cup. So I had a little hope for Tajikistan.
Okay, fair. We're saying no. You guys let us know in the comments. China conceding only once. Biggest W of the tournament and massive surprise.
I mean, it's not bad.
God.
It's not bad. It's some they got that stability. You got to respect. They got a core. When you go work out, you need to make sure to have that ab strength for the stability of the rest of the body. So it's not bad. I mean, that's a good shout. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's one dub at least for China.
And that one goal they did concede was honestly a Loki, a Puskas nominee too.
dude, I almost put the Chinese goalkeeper in my best 11. Man was locked down. That's the only shot that beat him. But I couldn't. At the end of the day, I couldn't have 2 Chinese players in my group stage.
Absolutely not. One
Oh my
maximum.
God.
That's it.
Hey, I'm sticking by Browning though. That guy, he was a stud.
He was
Without
really
him,
good, actually.
they probably would have conceded like 5. Okay, next surprise that Jack's just gonna throw out here: Vietnam scoring 4 in the group. Surprise.
And you know what's even more surprising? Those were against Japan and Iraq. That wasn't even against Indonesia. It was against the 2 toughest teams in the group stage. And Vietnam, and then they lost the games. How do you score 4 goals against those 2 teams and lose? But hey, that's
Dude,
at least good.
It's that young,
good momentum.
It's that young, hungry energy, bro. It's just
well, and also Suzuki tax. A little bit of Suzuki tax applied on that.
True.
But yeah, Vietnam scored 4 goals. Surprising. Yeah, definitely surprising.
The Iraq goals are really good, especially the Quang Hai one. I thought my man was back, and then obviously that didn't last long. But I guess shout out to him. Okay, final Jack random nomination. I'm gonna go to players here. Let's just look at who's leading the. Oh God, we might be
we're slim pickings.
We might be done here. We all right. Last thing, we surprised about Palestine. How they played.
I mean, I guess I would, because after the Iran game, I predict them to finish last personally. I mean, it's not like I was super far off one spot, but I mean, after the match when they played against Iran, I was like, yeah, this is a GG's team. Like, they're not but then they rallied it together against UAE, and then, they destroyed the team that Iran couldn't destroy.
I'm actually not surprised. I actually had them in 3rd place and advancing to the round of 16. I watched their game against Australia in November. Bro, they tested Australia. I was like, okay, no, this is a team. And when they had Hong Kong in the group, I said, no, they're getting their first victory, and they made it to the round of 16. So I'm actually not too surprised, but I mean, they should have won that UAE game. The amount of they had 26 chances and scored
they missed
1
a penalty.
And they missed a penalty. They should have won that game. So, but it's really, really good play from Palestine as well. It's not like, oh, they're just playing defensive football, counterattack. Like, the football they play is unbelievable. The right back, the Altamat, he might be in the team of the tournament so far, because the amount of he's doing a Cooper test. The amount of times he's just going forward, back is unbelievable, and the crosses he's putting in for Dabbag. Yeah, overall, Palestine, it's a good team.
Yeah, if Dabbag could score a few more, then they could be very dangerous. I mean, watch out Qatar in the round 16. I mean, this will be by far the best team Qatar played.
Nah, dude, but Qatar's got that 12th man. They got that referee.
They got the 12th man. They got the 13th man and the fans. I mean, it's a big ask for Palestine, but I'm surprised at how fluid the offense looked. I'm not surprised that they advanced. I also had them going through. I didn't think they were going to tie UAE. Granted, they were up a man for 70 minutes, but I'm not too surprised by the positioning. I'm pleasantly surprised by the brand of football. And then my computer died earlier, so you guys didn't see that. But shout out Ayman Hussein. Obviously, massive surprise. I don't think even the most staunch Iraqi supporters had him 5 goals in the group stage. Should have had 6 because he missed a penalty. Probably should have had 7 because he missed a really good header against Vietnam as well. Dude is absolutely on fire.